While in Western culture, the image of a cherry blossom often goes hand in hand with Japanese cliches like geishas, sushi, and samurais, the tree and its delicate and beautiful flowers are actually a massive source of culture in Japan. Cherry blossom viewing parties called hanami, many cultural symbolic interpretations of cherry blossoms, and the extensive use of the trees in art have ensured the blossoming tree's position in the cultural identity of Japan. In fact, cherry blossoms have been a large part of Japanese culture dating back to a time before unrecorded history. In terms of historical symbolism, the cherry blossom ranks among one of the most beautiful and meaningful examples. While the flowers of the cherry blossom only last for, at most, a few weeks, during this time both the cities and mountains of Japan are covered with this delicate gift of the tree. And while their flowering period is so incredibly short, the cherry blossom's beauty has found its way into the hearts and gardens of people all over the world. In the Buddhist tradition, the overwhelming yet transient beauty of these flowers has often been compared to the brief nature of life. The traditional Japanese values of purity and simplicity are thought to be reflected in the form and color of the blossoms. Japanese parties of praise dedicated to these trees and flowers were held in Japan beginning in a period dated from 1794 to 1185. Traditionally, the parties were held to both view the flowers as well as bless the harvest and announce that year's rice planting season. Offerings were often made to Japanese spirits or forces called kami, who were thought to reside in the trees. Accompanying all of this was typically a feast beneath the trees, including food and sake. Often poems would be written praising the delicate flowers, celebrating the metaphor of their beautiful yet fleeting nature to life itself. As time passed, the tradition spread from a practice only involving the elite to a widespread tradition among the common people. Today, hanamis still take place in massive numbers to celebrate the trees, involving the same type of feast beneath them. Oftentimes, many objects associated with Japan, such as kimonos, folding screens, and sliding doors, depict the cherry blossom in artistic ways. One example of this is a folding screen made from several jointed panels embellished with a decorative painting. On the 6-panel screen is a piece of artwork entitled The Beggar Monk. In it, a disowned monk takes refuge beneath the delicate blossoms of this tree. The background of the image is gold foil, a characteristic often intended for use by the wealthy. Cherry blossoms are also symbolically tied with the samurai's fleeting life and are often depicted in several different forms of art tied with samurai culture. In an 1884 woodblock print, a samurai warrior is depicted removing his armor so that he may rest next to a large cherry blossom tree with small pink flowers that are drifting to the ground. Symbolism and landscape for many years to come.